and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
Hannah Owens is absolutely spitting facts in this. She's taken all the red pills. Listen to this.
I'm telling you, I don't even think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, and I'm pretty sure they're hybrid. You know what I mean? Like, they just look like an Apple software that I should be able to download at night, you know? They are using science and this idea of technology and this idea of transforming society for the better to indoctrinate us into accepting this. And it's wrong and it's backwards, and the main component of all of this is psychology, right? They're able to do it because of psychology, making you think that society has gotten better. Our kids have objectively gotten dumber. We've become fatter. We've become less healthy. We've become less emotionally sound. And yet they are convincing us that this is like humanity's great leap forward. We put a man on the moon, and he just like called them up and was like, "Hey, press, what's up? I'm up here. Yeah, it's so cool. It's really great. It's nice. Starry night up here. Okay, I'm gonna text you. I gotta go by in '69." And they get these people. They tell you like he's a genius. They're all writing like he's a genius. We should just accept that Elon Musk is a genius because like all the writers who are obviously indoctrinated into the occult are telling us that this is the next person that we should worship. The establishment of Hollywood. It was all occults. They were all Aleister Crowley proteges who were just kids and summoning demons, and demons are real. So at the same time that they're summoning demons, they are making us all believe that faith is not real. And that has been, I think, the greatest trick that the devil ever played, right? Is making people think that he didn't exist and making people atheists, making people believe that there's nothing, like you're here for a moment in time, because then it allows them to further tether us to their reality and to their God, which is money, right? Well, if you truly knew and believed, like I do, I actually know that this is not it. Like I know this is not it. But if you truly believed that, you wouldn't sell your soul. People think that that's just like an expression. Oh, he sold his soul. No, you are literally selling your soul. Like when you tell lies and you go down a path of lying because you're so afraid of not having the security of a paycheck, or you're willing to do something terrible to maintain that job, or keeping your mouth shut to maintain that job. We're seeing it right now with the Charlie Kirk case, right? You're selling your soul. Like there's a life after this. They have made you pledge your allegiance to their dollar because they know life is going on. They know that. They want you to literally sell them your soul. That's my personal belief. It's why I am religious. It's why I speak about, my faith openly, because I just know if this is not it, and I just know these people are demons. Like I don't know. They just like look at the way they breathe. Like, you know what I mean? Same thing. I look at Sam Altman. I'm like, look, I don't know, but I know.
Oh, bro. It's going up in your car.
Going up in your car. It's going in my car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. Look at all these robots at my job. So many of them. I'm sick of it too, because it makes our job way harder. Look at all these. See?
There ain't no rat.
I third lavenderish color above you. I know you. Okay. Like I've never really done this before, and I'm 46. Yeah, I guess I get them old, but and that's not the only reason why. a hard time looking you in the eyes because I already know what your answer is. So, it's embarrassing as fuck. But it's worth something, like, say no. Just, it's real. I mean, it's not. These two of you know, I love you.
Are you gonna stop harassing me now?
Yeah, I'll stop harassing you. You say that all I care about is sex, right?
You do. You're lustful.
Okay. Well, I'm not asking for a prenup.
This serial killer wax museum is something straight out of nightmares. So I was recently traveling throughout Italy, and while in Florence, Italy, I came across a serial killer wax museum. The place is literally called the Florence Serial Killer Museum, and if you visit this museum, you will see wax figures of some of the most horrible people that have ever walked the face of the earth. This includes the monster of Florence, Pietro, famous, I guess, Italian serial killers who I had never heard of, and various other serial killers from throughout Europe. They even had a wax figure of James Holmes, the Dark Knight theater shooting. This whole experience was incredibly disturbing for me. I actually visited this location as a part of a documentary that I was filming, and I can honestly say that I have never seen anything quite like this. I also learned a lot of stories while there, like the story of this woman who actually killed 3 women in Italy and turned one of them, at least one of them, into bars of soap. They had an Ed Gein exhibit. And yeah, after doing some further research, this place is incredibly controversial in Italy, and yet when I visited, it was very busy. I cannot honestly say that I've ever seen something quite like this, but this is video proof that this place does exist, and it is in Florence, Italy.
Well, folks, this is the first time I sank my airboat, or a airboat.
With his wife.
With my wife.
Losing her cherub-like demeanor. Okay, I need help here. And this ain't a video time. Kyle.
Okay, let's go. Let's drive. Let's drive. Let's drive. Let's just drive, man. Jordan, please.
We got about 10 minutes to shoot that.
Jordan, just drive.
Zoom in on that.
Jordan, drive. Jordan, drive. Come on. Jordan, let's go. Jordan, let's go, man. Please. Jordan, let's go, man.
We're moving.
Now.
Go.
Now.
Go.
Jordan.
It's moving.
Jordan,
Right. It's moving left to right.
Let's just go, Jordan, please, man. Jordan, let's just go.
We got it. Go.
Jordan, let's go, man. Oh, fuck, sorry. I can't handle it.
In Australia, we have serious challenges to solve,
and we need
serious
people to
solve them.
I promise.
Unfortunately, Tony Abbott is not the least bit interested in fixing anything. He's only interested in 2 things: making Australians afraid of it and telling them who's to blame for it.
And the golden rule, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
Okay, so we saw this on TikTok, right? All right? Always pad. It is brand new. Take it down so I can see it. Turn it around, okay? Look, you don't see anything on it. It's brand new, obviously. I just took the back off. Now put it back up to the light. That is mold. Oh,
that's crazy.
My God.
When we first had it up here, it was just green. I'm like, all right, ain't really shit. I still don't like that color. And then we flipped it, and then we was like, oh, shit. Yeah, nah, bro. That's disgusting.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
What is that? Ma? Oh my God. Hey! Ah! Jesus! Move! Get the kids! Go! Watch out!
This dude, Aaron the plumber, I had did some magic for Aaron the plumber.
Wow.
And after I did, and I have a video, I've even seen the video of it, of our message and everything. After I did the magic for him, dudes start talking bad about the occult. Like on Street Stars, he started talking like, "Oh yeah, it's all the pipe, and all these people are this and that, and it's all just demonic and evil." And I'm like, "Bro, you came to me for a goddamn spell to get your career moving, because you was pissed off. You said they're painting you out as a bad guy and all these type of things. I have all the messages, you know."
Escucha nuestras súplicas, nos ponemos de pie, escuchemos atentos el Evangelio y aclamémoslo cantando el Aleluya.
Yo, either I'm tripping or this mushroom has a aura. And I know I'm not tripping. Like, what the I know y'all see that. Like...
There's a ghost in my house, but for some reason I think it's British. Watch. Go f yourself. That's why your queen is dead. Oh, oh shit.
That's what I call rage baiting a ghost.
Who owns the entire music industry? Digital Nas has worked with Playboi Carti, Rich the Kid, A$AP Rocky, Lil Yachty. Did he witness these artists sell their soul? Playboi Carti's label Opium is signed to Interscope Records, owned by Universal Music Group. Bill Ackman is a shareholder, one of the billionaires that funded Charlie Kirk right before his life ended. Majority owned by Vincent Bolloré, who controls shipping ports in all of these African and Asian countries. He's the grandson of Nicole Goldschmidt from the Rothschild family. His grandmother was a Rothschild that helped Israel get its first weapons, allegedly. Rich the Kid is signed to Republic Records, which is also owned by UMG, owned by the same people. Another owner of UMG is Tencent. The most influential American at Tencent, David Waller-Stein. Lil Yachty and Katy Perry are signed to Capitol Records. UMG owns Capitol Records. Digital Nas worked with A$AP Rocky, owned by Sony Records. Sony Records owns Britney Spears, Beyonce, Central C, Lil Nas X, and all these people you see on screen right now. Their CEO is Robert Strenger, who won the United Jewish Appeal Award. Ye worked with Digital Nas on bangers like Vultures, Donda 2. Guess what everyone in the music industry has in common? Digital Nas is going to tell me tomorrow.
Over here you can see what the sun used to look like in our memories, those of us who grow up with a yellow sun. Superman also was said to get his power from our yellow sun, right? These are just like some of the memories that some of us still retain and still have. This is not a yellow sun. This is the sun of today. This is the blindingly white sun as it goes through a color spectrum shift. But as the daytime shrinks, as the spotlight of what we call daytime starts to shrink, the sunlight gets more and more focused and hotter, and it starts to burn the plants and burn the people, and it's no longer an ambient, nice, life-giving light source. It starts to become a ray of death, an actual death ray from above, bringing fires down below. And it's going to get worse. If this trend continues, which I believe it will, and I believe this is going to lead up to the apocalypse, then we will see the sun get brighter, whiter, hotter. Actually, it's going to become blue. Okay, so right now we've already transitioned through the white phase, and it's going to go into a blue phase, which means it's going to become even hotter than it used to be. So hot that governments are going to have to start instituting laws to keep you all safe, insisting that you go inside and stay inside during certain times of the day. People will start selling parasols the way they used to in the old days. People will be walking around with umbrellas during the daytime, and it will become a regular thing, like how people wore masks in China, you know, in 2020 and stuff like that. You'll see people walking around with parasols all over the place, which is just another word for umbrella.
it's giving tourists disappeared and these are their closed.
This is us. That's where we are. Just a tiny little dot in the middle of Yellowstone, 2.2 million acres. And this is what lies beneath us. Oh my gosh.
Do anything and I'll prove to you I'm not. Anything. Anything in the world, I'll do it. Anything. Just to prove to you I'm not on that timing, bro. At all.
I think you are.
Wallahi.
Huh?
Wallahi.
Yeah.
Why?
Come on now. Record deal, business partners with Iggy, all the people you're around. You're used as one of the, like, now, who's your handler? Who is your...
I don't have a handler.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to point any...
I'm not saying the moon landing was faked, but there's an argument that it is impossible for humans to leave something called the Van Allen belt. Okay, the Van Allen belt is this electromagnetic field that protects us from cosmic radiation. So that the belts themselves have heavy radiation. So if you go into it, you die. But also if you leave the Van Allen belt, there's nothing to protect you from cosmic radiation, so you could die as well. So some scientists actually believe that it's impossible to leave Earth. Okay, we'll just die. I don't know how they were able to do this. And as you may know, right now, a lot of countries, America, China, are trying to get back to the moon. They're having a really hard time, okay? They're having a hard time because NASA lost all the technology, lost all the footage, lost all the data. Oops. Oh well. Okay. So how was NASA able to keep this secret? Well, guess what? A lot of their most important people were Freemasons. Okay, this is Buzz Aldrin, one of the 3 astronauts. He was a Freemason, okay? John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth, was a Freemason, 33-degree Mason, okay?
I walked by this car and I thought I was done for. I thought I was done.
And you know when you cooked.
Who was the biggest loser? Satan? No. God. God lost his man. God lost the woman he created with his own hands. God had given Adam absolute authority over this planet, and his own created son committed high treason and bowed his knee to the devil, and the devil took over.
I can't. I'm not gonna make it. Oh my God, it's still there. I can hear it. Oh please, someone help me. Ah! No, get away. Ah!
The big show's coming.
The space show is coming, and this is the last ditch effort.
If the electricity goes out, your internet's out, you go outside, you look up at the stars, and then you see this thing, Project Bluebeam. Everything goes just as planned.
The big fake space show involving sounds and extremely realistic holograms in the sky. Using this technology has been kept secret from the public, but we know enough about it. Project Bluebeam's artisans will create a worldwide celestial show that mimics a global second coming of Christ. This is the other part of Project Bluebeam a lot of people haven't really known about or considered, that the appearance of other religious figures depending on the country in which they're displayed. Different holograms will show and be played in various zones according to the zone's predominant religious beliefs.
The creator of the Satanic Church, Anton LaVey, a quote by him, and I fact-checked this, and I could not believe this came out of his mouth. He actually wants to thank all Christian parents for allowing their child to worship the devil at least one night a year. And he also said the most important holiday to them, aside from one's own birthday, is Halloween.
maybe started with a quarter.
Pay attention, my friends. Watch it. Watch it. Ready? Look at, see the orb in the front? The motor, the back, the wingtips. Look, look, look. This side. Watch. Ah. Okay, stay with it. Stay with it. Watch, watch. See them? Those are orbs, man. Stay with it. No, no, no. You can go hide behind that tree now. Look, 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 look. Look, look, you see it? Look, look. Look, 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 look. See? Look at that. See the orb just pointing back at us? Look, look, look. Trying to project the image of the plane. Look. There you go. Straight up orb. Straight up sphere. Look at that. Boom. There it is. Boom. There it is, folks. That's what they really are. Giant orbs. Look at that. That's what it is, folks. That was not an airplane. That's exactly what it is right there, what you're seeing right now. It's about to go behind the roof of the house, but we got it clear as day, transforming into an orb, and there it is.
Must have been coming down through this belt over here. What the fuck is that? Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck? Where is he going? Guys! Guys! Hey! Who's down there? Guys, get over here. Get over here right now. There's somebody here. Somebody just walked in. Where's Angelo? Guys, get up here quickly now. There's somebody here. There's some guy that just came out of that gate.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he just came running out of a fucking gate right now.
Running out of the gate?
Yeah, he went into the tunnel.
You're lying.
Angelo, get up here quick.
What did he look like?
He was wearing green. He was wearing some weird old ancient hat.
A hat?
Yeah, and some black pants, I think.
Oh god, dude, we gotta be careful. Did he have a weapon on him?
I didn't see. He just ran. He didn't even look at me. He just ran that way.
Oh my god.
He came out of here.
What the? Yo, we gotta be careful.
Hello?
Are you in here? I just saw him running down this way.
He ran all the way here, and then he turned on his flashlight and then disappeared.
Okay, well, be careful.
I haven't been in here yet. Is there a way out here?
I don't know.
This has got to be one of my favourite spruces. This is why the government does not want us to know about this technology. You'll be frightened to death. Look at them, look how fast they go. They can kidnap people from your home, and they're off. Guys, tell me what you think.
Pete Hegseth is calling all of his top generals home. I wonder why. ICE is sending all of these other immigrants back to their country. I wonder why. Everyone was just waiting on a rapture. They know that an event is coming. They just don't know what event is coming. I do. I do. What you all are going to think is a nuclear blast that goes off. It's not. It's going to be a nova. They know that the sun is about to nova again. They've showed it to you in movies like Bird Box, TV shows on Netflix like Into the Night, where they were trying to stay ahead of the sun. Hell, they even showed it to you in Scooby-Doo. You remember the episodes when Scooby's girlfriend, the other dog, Nova, was on there? Go and watch that last episode. This is why they're going into their bunkers, people. A lot of people are not going to be able to withstand these novas that's coming. And it's not just going to be one. At first, I was worried it was going to be a supernova.
she got hired?
Well, this escalated rather quickly. Independent trackers just confirmed that 3i Atlas isn't where NASA said it would be. On October 21st, they compared the live sky data with NASA's prediction. It's off by 1.1 million kilometers, and it's not drifting, it is actually pushing. Active maneuvering is confirmed. The object is accelerating toward a different perihelion point than predicted. That's not gravity, that's propulsion. November 3rd, it reemerges from behind the sun. If the offset persists, that confirms intentional course correction. This isn't speculation anymore. This is happening.
In the movie Men in Black, they were trying to find Orion's belt, but they didn't realize Orion was a cat, and the belt was the cat's collar. And the Orion star system, instead of it being big and up above them, it was small and it was inside.
Right, it was inside the cat's what's it called? His flea collar.
Flea collar, yes, sir.
Right, I remember that.
They were alluding to a war between the reptilians and the Lyrans. The Invisible College taught us this through the cartoon Thundercats, where the bad guy was a black guy working with reptilians and the good guys were a bunch of cats. There was a war in the Orion star system between the Lyrans and the reptilians. And this war created the Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation
Give me mama. Come on, give me mama.
Finally, when you start winning.
What kind of God would say to someone, you're the only person I like, everyone else I hate? A monster would do that. Okay? So, in other words, the true secret that these secret societies are trying to keep is the God we worship today is the false God. And we are actually in a prison created by this false God. And that's who Jesus was. Jesus was a cosmic being sent by the monad to tell us the truth about the world. And that's why he died, because the Roman Empire could not allow people to see the truth. If I told you the truth, you would know it right away. You would wake up. Therefore, the truth tellers must be killed, okay? So that's what these secret societies believe. They believe that the monad exists, and the mind of the monad is what creates the universe. And Jesus was sent to remind us that even though we're in a prison, there's still the monad in you. There's a spark in you, a divine light in you that you can activate. And if you activate it, then you will return to the monad. You will see the truth for yourself. And when you die, your soul, which is part of the monad, will want to return to the monad and can escape this world. But to activate this light, you must be a good person. You must love one another. You must reject money and materialism. And grades, okay? Grades in school. You must reject competition. You must reject material wealth in order to pursue spiritual happiness. Okay? That was the message of Jesus. Now you can imagine that the powers that be, the Nephilim, were not like this, okay? It's a direct threat to Nephilim, who now control the prison created by the demiurge. It's also a direct threat to the demiurge. And that's why these secret societies have been, over the centuries, been repressed, been executed, okay, been massacred. But they believe that it is their duty to protect this secret, because only by protecting the secret can humanity be ultimately saved. Right?
Yo, bro, remember BlackBerry? Wasn't that phone like the king back then? Why'd it vanish out of nowhere?
You really think it just vanished? It didn't die. It was silenced.
What do you mean silenced? I thought iPhones just beat it.
iPhones didn't kill BlackBerry. The surveillance state did.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
BlackBerry was too secure. Their encryption was so tight, governments couldn't spy on people. Emails, texts, location, all locked. Not even the NSA could peek in, and they hated that.
So they wanted in?
They demanded backdoors. Saudi Arabia, UAE, India, even Canada, all wanted access to your private messages. When BlackBerry said no, they threatened to ban it. Eventually, BlackBerry caved.
They gave the keys?
Yup. In 2010, they gave India access. Same with the UAE. NSA and GCHQ bragged they could tap into BIS traffic. Once the world knew that, BlackBerry's biggest selling point, privacy, was dead.
So, they broke their own security to survive?
Exactly. They either bend the knee or get buried. And even after surrendering, they still got killed off.
Why?
Because once you're no longer a threat, you're no longer useful. They let Apple and Android win. Phones they can control.
But I thought the government protects us.
They protect power, not people. BlackBerry didn't just fail. It got executed, quietly, strategically, because privacy is now illegal.
So, what phone do I trust now?
If you have to ask that, you've already lost.
What I'm about to show you, you can't unsee. It is the equivalent of taking the red pill, deconstructing the universe, taking you back to your childhood. Imagine, if you will, the simplest shapes, the triangle, the circle, and the square. These shapes, when dimensionalized, become very interesting. These shapes in themselves represent three different things. The triangle represents the ethereal plane, the square represents the physical plane, and the circle represents the eternal plane. When you see the actual circle, it's the wheel, it's the never-ending, it's the eternal, it's the expansiveness of all things. When you look at the triangle and the square as they come together, you actually see what we look into Egypt, the actual Great Pyramids. We talk about the 3 points of the triangle that actually are the ethereal plane, and they stand for mentalism, correspondence, and energy. They are the isness of singularity. They are the single point of all things, where all things start. The physical plane is in constant rotation with the ethereal plane, through rhythm, polarity, karma, and gender. In order for the physical plane to receive, the physical plane has to be in balance. This is what we call free will choice. When we're able to receive the divine in human form, we're able to turn around and create expansiveness. At this point, we expand into the eternal plane. Through the law of correspondence, the eternal plane lives as above, so below, and that is when all things start to shape and shift, and that is when we move into a different and higher dimension. These are the clues that we've been left, and this is what we're here to remember.
The underwear line, like the Merkins, where did that come from?
Yes, the Merkins. That was just a fun idea that I had. There was a shoot and someone wanted to like have hair down there once, and I was like, couldn't this just be easy and have it on a thong? And so we made that happen. I had no idea that it would be
sold out.
A lot of reaction and would sell out in a few minutes.
Is that part of a demonic ritual?
This advert just come on my TV. What is this? I'm watching YouTube. What is this? What actually is this, bro? I can prove this is YouTube. I got my control. This is my Xbox right there. This is my controller. This is on YouTube. What is this? What is this? What the hell? What is this supposed to be explaining? What the hell? Well,
NASA activated the planetary defense system.
Did they?
They said it's just an exercise, but I mean the timing's kind of weird. The system's never been activated before because of an interstellar object, and so they said they were doing it out of abundance of caution because of how mysterious it is acting.
How could they do that in a government shutdown when they can't even release the photos that they took? That's weird. I think it would take a lot more people to activate a planetary defense system than to release some photos that a satellite took.
Yeah, man. Weird
saying.
stuff. Weird stuff. They saw something in those pictures they didn't like. And yeah, they're using that government shutdown as an excuse.
Okay, are you ready for this? So last night in Mexico City, journalist Jaime Maussan went live on TV, and what he reveals about the Boogosphere, if legit, it would rewrite human history. So he unleashed a ton of information, but basically he claims that the metallic sphere found in Buga, Colombia, it's finally been decoded. And the carvings on the top are not just random. They're Proto-Sanskrit, the root of humanity's oldest written language. According to Maussan, it tells a story from 12,560 years ago describing great oceans moving, the end of one world and the birth of another world. Then came the lab results. He says that U.S. tests show that the sphere is made of a high-grade refined aluminum mixed with rare earth elements. And he said that it wouldn't have existed at this time. The resin that they carbon dated was 12,560 years old. They were able to carbon date that, not the metal. An engineer named Rodolfo Herrero called it a solid-state resonator, not art, but a piece of technology. Local officials even approved a replica monument at the spot where it was found, where vegetation still refuses to grow, I guess. And the man who discovered it, Don Jose, he just said that he knew it was not from here. Maussan says that the glyphs may warn of a global cataclysm, the same one basically that ended the Ice Age and promised full transparency on every test moving forward. He ended the broadcast staring straight into the camera, and he said, "This is one of the greatest discoveries of all time. We are only beginning to understand who made it."
If it's blue, means it's verified.
Okay, the higher you climb, the more invested you are. Therefore, you want to believe the lie. Okay? Then, there's blackmail. So if you really want to climb to the top, you have to reveal your secrets too, so you can be blackmailed. Okay? And we talked about this, right? The idea of transgression. If you really want to climb to the top, you have to commit crimes with other people. So therefore, you can never betray other people. Okay? And the last thing that helps the system is confirmation bias. And the idea of confirmation bias is you just want to believe what you want to believe, okay? People don't want to believe the government lies to them. People want to believe the government tells the truth. So we like to live in a fantasy world, okay? So this is what keeps the system intact, okay? So this is how secret societies keep their secrets. Does that make sense? Okay, now the question then is, how is it that they're able to wield power? And the answer is, this structure is perfect for a bureaucracy. Before we talked about bureaucracies, right? How as society matures, it becomes more bureaucratic. Well, the problem is that bureaucracies become top-heavy. Too many managers. Also, the idea of silos. So each department does its own thing, okay? And as I said also, bureaucrats don't want to do any work. So imagine if you're a secret society, how much you can benefit from the system, right? Because you want to work because you want to achieve your vision. And you're able to work with other people secretly. Therefore, you're able to promote each other into positions of power. And because these departments are all siloed off, they're all independent, you're able to control the entire bureaucracy. Because you're able to coordinate, but they're not. Okay, does that make sense? So what we learn is that in history, as societies become much more mature, as they become much more bureaucratic, secret societies have much more power. And today, we are living in a heavily bureaucratic world, and therefore, these secret societies have more and more power. Okay? And does that make sense? The other thing that we need to remember is that There are thousands and thousands of secret societies. Okay, so let's name some of them. The Freemasons, the Jesuits, the Mormons, the Frankists. Okay, lots and lots, okay? We'll go over each one later on this semester. What you need to remember is that at this stage in development, when society is bureaucratic, when they become parasites on the bureaucracy, they are incentivized to work together to achieve their vision, okay? But once they create the world government, then they will fight each other. But at this point in the development, they will work and actively collaborate together. Okay, so 9/11, JFK, moon landing, they were all working together. Okay? So we'll be studying this more as the semester progresses. All right.
That's a wrap for today, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.